is Claire Reed. I'm an occupational therapist assistant student from Austin Community College. The OT sent me to work with you today. Is it okay if I take a seat?
Go for it.
Awesome. Let me see first. Before I get started, can I verify your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yeah, it's Madison Spencer, 8/15/2000.
Awesome. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Are you in any pain?
No.
No pain? Awesome. Well, just to confirm, if you were to place your pain on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being no pain and 10 being excruciating pain, where would you place that pain?
0.
0? Awesome. Well, today what we're doing shouldn't cause you any pain, but if it does, let me know. We're going to be doing a functional manual muscle test of your upper extremity. So what this will look like is I'm going to ask you to position your arm in different positions, and then I'll apply resistance, and I'll ask you to hold that position. But yeah, like I said, it shouldn't cause you any extra pain or anything like that. I'm going to be looking and assessing your joint mobility for this so that you can return to your occupation of being a barista, making on your latte art, and serving customers, all that good stuff. So this should only take about 15-ish minutes, and it is going to require physical contact as I move your arm in different places and apply resistance. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Well, are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, so you ready? Okay, well, before I get started, I'm just going to move this out the way. Actually, I'm going to tell you about our muscle grading system before we get started. So that's how I'm grading it. I'm going to grade your muscle strength just on a scale of 0 to 5. So 5 is normal. That means you can move your extremity through full range of motion against gravity, hold it, and then you don't break your position with maximal resistance applied. 4 is good. You can move through full range of motion against gravity, and then you do break your position with maximal resistance applied. Then a 3 is fair. That is, you can move through your full range of motion against gravity, hold it, and then you do break with minimal resistance. A 2 is poor, and that means you can move through your full range of motion, but with gravity eliminated. And then a 1 is trace. There's no visible movement, but there is muscle contraction, so I have to palpate for that. And then a 0 is 0, meaning there's no movement and no muscle contraction at all. So that's the muscle scale. I'm going to make sure that you're properly positioned before we get started with any of this. So I'm going to assess from your sagittal. Well, can you take a scoot up into the edge of your seat for me and keep your feet flat on the floor so you're at 90-90-90, and you can place your hands at your side. I'm going to assess from your sagittal and transverse and frontal planes to make sure that you're level, aligned, and there's no rotation. Looking good. Alright. Okay. Then are you ready to get started with our first couple of movements? Okay. So we're going to start with the elbow. Do you want me to be Dr. Rivers on like a certain side?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Do you have any pain in either arm? Okay, we'll be on, actually, I'll go on this side. Okay, so we're going to do elbow flexion and extension first. We're going to do flexion. Elbow flexion is powered by the biceps brachii, brachialis, and brachioradialis. For this, I'll have you come into, I'm going to have your palm facing forward, so supinated towards the front of the room. If I wanted to isolate your brachioradialis, I would have you in neutral with your thumb facing up. And then with your palm facing forward in supination, it's going to isolate your brachialis and your biceps brachii. So I'm going to stabilize at the elbow, keeping you at 90 degrees. Go ahead and flex your elbow to 90 degrees, hold it, and then don't let me push you down. Okay, and then staying in this same position, you can extend. And then this is elbow extension, which is powered by the triceps brachii. And then hold your position, don't let me bend your elbow. Okay, are you all right? All right. I said the muscles of the triceps. Okay, that was elbow flexion and extension. For our next motions are going to be in the forearm, so we're going to do pronation first. I'm going to have you come into 90 degrees of flexion at your elbow. I'm going to start you in supination, so your palm will be facing the ceiling. I'm going to stabilize your elbow here, and then turn your elbow up. Pronation is powered by the pronator teres and the quadratus muscle. Go ahead and turn your palm down towards the ground, hold it, and don't let me turn it up. Alright, and then from there, we're gonna go into supination. So starting in pronation, turn your palm up towards the ceiling, hold it, and don't let me turn it back down. Alright, are you okay? Alright, you can relax for now. The supination is powered by the supinator and the biceps brachii. That was forearms, so now we're going to move into wrist movements. So, yeah, I'm going to have you come into 90 degrees of flexion again. So for this, I'll have you supinate again, so your palm is facing the ceiling. For wrist flexion, this is powered by the flexor carpi ulnaris and flexor carpi radialis. I'm going to stabilize your wrist here. Are you still doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and then bend your fingers up towards the ceiling, and you can keep your fingers relaxed, but yeah, and your knuckles relaxed. And then hold it, don't let me pull you down. All right? And then keeping that same flex position, just turn your hand down towards the ground. That was wrist flexion. Now we're going to do wrist extension. Wrist extension is powered by the extensor carpi radialis longus, extensor carpi radialis brevis, and extensor carpi ulnaris. So yeah, starting in that flex position, I'm going to stabilize at the wrist again. You're still at 90. And then bring your fingertips up to neutral. Yeah, so now that they're not hyperextended, but they're in neutral. And then hold your position there. Don't let me push you down. All right, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you can relax. That was wrist flexion extension. Now we're going to move into fingers. So again, you're going to be in 90 degrees at your elbow. And yeah, you can start in supination with your palm facing up. With finger flexion, so finger flexion is powered by the dorsal interserosi and the lumbricals. I'm going to support at the wrist here, and then point your fingertips towards your palm. It's okay if they kind of bend a little bit. Well, actually, fingers. Yeah, make sure you're just bending at your knuckles. And then hold it. Don't let me pull you down. Okay, are you okay? All right. That was finger flexion. Okay, finger extension. So I'll have you again. You're here, and then you can turn your palm down towards the ground, keeping it at 90. And then we're going to do extension. So go ahead and extend your fingers out, and then hold it there. Don't let me push you down. Arms in here. Okay, you're all right? Okay. That was finger extension, which is powered by the extensor pollicis and, well, extensor indices, extensor, digiti minimi, and extensor digitorum for your extensors. Okay, so now we're into finger abduction. So you can keep that same position and spread your fingers apart. Hold it. Don't let me squeeze them together. Okay, are you okay? And then finger abduction is powered by the dorsal interserosi. Okay, so starting from this same position, you're still at 90 degrees, you're still abducted. Now we're going to do adduction. So I'm stabilizing at the wrist. And from here, squeeze your fingers together, and then don't let me pull them apart. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So adduction is powered by the palmar interserosi. And yeah, so now we just have one more movement, so we're going to do the thumb opposition. So you can keep your elbow at 90, flip your palm up towards the ceiling, and then bring your little finger and your thumb together so the pads are touching, forming an O. And then hold that, don't let me pull it apart. I'm going to stabilize here. All right, are you okay? All right, and then this motion is powered by the pollicis flexor pollicis and the opponens pollicis and the opponens digiti minimi are the two muscles. Okay, and you can relax. Are you okay? Okay, that completes all of the motions. And so, yeah, how are you feeling after that?
Good.
Good. Okay, you mentioned you were in no pain at the beginning of this. What would you say your pain scale is at now?
0.
Still 0? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that didn't cause you any pain. Yeah, today we did a functional manual muscle test of your upper extremity to assess your joint mobility so that you can return to your occupation as a barista. You were within normal limits for all of those things. You were able to do all the motions, hold resistance without breaking, so that looked good. So you're on your way back to being able to return to that occupation. Do you have any questions as far as what we did today or why? Okay, awesome. Well, next time I see you will be Thursday, and we will be doing a comprehensive examination of your upper extremity. Yeah, any other questions that come to mind? No questions? Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to clear my environment really quick. And do my hand hygiene. And then I'm actually going to walk you out so you can stand up, and I'll walk you out. Just watch out for this and you can follow me. Have a great rest of your day.